Hello and welcome to the Adventures podcast. I'm your host, Dineo Mashiani, and I'm thrilled to take you on a journey through the dynamic world of communications and advertising. Each episode, I'll explore captivating topics, chat with industry experts, and uncover the secrets behind successful campaigns. The ACA's mission through this podcast is to inform, educate, and entertain you. So whether you're a lifelong learner or just curious, join me for an exciting adventure. All right, welcome to yet another episode of the Adventures podcast with myself, your host, Dineo Mashiani, and thank you so much for joining us today. On today's episode, I'll be chatting to a very lovely lady, and she is someone who recently got a lovely passport stamp from the one and only Cannes Young Lions Festival. She's currently an associate creative director at the MNC Saatchi agency, but her journey started about 8 years ago as an intern with Ogilvy. I'd like to say she's catching flights all the way to Cannes, introducing Zee Kabane. Hi, Zanele, and welcome to the podcast.
Hello, that was such an amazing intro. Hello, it's very lovely to be here. I'm very excited to chat to you today.
Definitely. And Zanele, before we go into the podcast, I want you to maybe speak a bit about yourself. Let us know who you are. Let my audience know who you are.
Cool. Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Zanele. I'm a associate creative director currently at MNC Saatchi Able. I've been in the industry for about 8 years now. Just turned 30 this year. It's been such a big, exciting year for me, honestly. I started my career at Ogilvy as an intern. I actually didn't study advertising, so I actually studied media at UCT. I wanted to be a journalist. That was my dream. And
Wow.
it's kind of one of those situations where I feel like advertising chose me because I didn't really think of advertising as a career path for myself. I very much wanted to be a journalist. When I was graduating my honors at UCT, I was just like applying for a bunch of internships, and I did do a branding course during my honors year, and my branding lecturer was like, hey, there's also this other internship at this place called Ogilvy. And we're like, what's
Wow.
Ogilvy? Yeah, so it was very, very new to us. And then just because I wanted to keep my options open, I applied. You had to send in a video, and then they're like, cool, you can come through. And then we had what they call Super Saturday, where it's almost like about 20 people come. It's like the finalists. And then you get divided into groups, you get a brief, and then you must go off and come up with an idea. And we were like, a lot of us that day didn't really know advertising, so we were like, oh my gosh, what do we do? But then there were other people from like Vega, Triple A, and all the big schools, so like they kind of held it
Yeah,
down. Then I ended up being part of the winning team from an idea that I came up with, which was crazy. And I was like, oh my
we
gosh,
love that.
this. I love it. And the offices were so cool and everyone was so fun. And I was like, yo, this feels like a good fit for me and my personality. And then it was also proof that I could do it. Got into the 025 grad program. And yeah, I've been copywriter turned associate creative director ever since.
Amazing. Wow. I bet you don't regret your decision at all about the journalism thing.
No, I don't. And I'm still very sorry to the publication that I had to turn down the opportunity. I'd already signed the contract and I had to be like, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna come. I got
Oh
another
no. But look
yeah,
at
so
this. It all worked out for the best, right?
it all worked out. It all worked out, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm excited. There's nothing else I'd rather do, honestly. Like I can't picture myself.
definitely. Wow. Oh, wow. That's so great. Well, Zanele, here at the Adventures podcast, I love springing up the game two truths and one lie. I think it's a good icebreaker just to get to know you a bit better and to see if I am as intuitive as I think I am, I guess.
Okay.
So, whenever you're ready, two truths and a lie from your side, and we can
We
go.
can Okay, so two truths and a lie. Okay. Number one, I've met Issa Rae. If you
Wow,
guys don't know
okay.
Issa Rae, sacrilege. Um, I've worked at three agencies,
Mm-hmm.
and Nicki Minaj has tweeted me before.
Oh, I'll see. I was in right now. At this point, Nicki Minaj, Issa Rae. Whoo. Um, okay, I'm gonna try and get this right. I'm gonna go with Nicki Minaj has tweeted, ne, as the truth. And then we'll say you've worked at three agencies as the truth. Issa Rae, love her down, but I don't know if you've met her yet.
Actually, you're wrong. So I
Really?
have met Issa Rae
Wow.
at Cannes this year.
Oh my word, you're living my best dream.
So it was like it was I still don't know like what how to like it's not real. Like it's still not real to me. It's crazy.
I
But
hope you got a photo.
I did get a photo. Should I try find
Yes.
it and
Yes.
uh
Yes. Love. Oh my gosh. That is my
the
girl.
like honestly, Issa Rae for me is like the kind of person who I wouldn't even dream of meeting just because she's such a huge idol to me.
Yeah.
Um, because you almost don't want to meet your heroes kind of thing. That's how much
Yeah.
it means to me. And yeah, I got to meet her. So,
That's brilliant.
times. But here's the photo. I don't know if you can see.
Oh wow, yes. Go Issa, go Z, go Issa, go Z. Oh my
So
gosh, I love that.
it was it was amazing. And it's also like, I guess, a testament to what an amazing opportunity Cannes is. I mean, you get to meet the best of the best in the world. So that was amazing. So yeah, Issa Rae, I did get to meet her. And Nicki Minaj has tweeted me. So those are the two.
Oh,
Lie is the agency. I've only ever worked at two agencies in my career.
really? Wow. Okay, wow. Hey, but you're off to a great start. Nicki Minaj knows
Yeah.
you, girl.
I'm like, what's up?
Oh, wow. All right. I think our icebreaker has broken the ice. I'd say the ice is broken now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just step into the questions right away. Zanele, you mentioned you're a creative director, right? And this is a space in advertising that is still dominated by men. Not to mention you're a young Black woman. What has your journey been like getting to this point? If you don't mind sharing.
Yeah, of course. No, like my journey, what I do want to start off by saying is I think one thing that I've learned in advertising is that no two people's journey will be the same. Like there's
Mm,
no formula to making it. Everyone's got a unique journey, and it's kind of important to embrace your own personal journey. And like not feel pressured or seeing other people, you know what I mean? Just focus on your own journey. Things will happen in the way it's supposed to happen for you. But yeah, so honestly speaking, I got promoted to associate creative director last year, which means that I was
wow.
20 when I got the position. And the journey, first of all, don't think I was like begging for the promotion. Honestly speaking, I've been in advertising for a while, but I also have a lot of respect and understanding that like you need to kind of get your teeth stuck in the industry before you can be considered like hot creative director. But I think what I love about my agency is they didn't really care about the fact that I hadn't been in advertising for 10 years or that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Some of the limitations, like you have to be in advertising for 10 years before you can make the jump and that kind of thing. So I must say, I have really amazing leadership. They're the kind of people who actually want to shout them out. So my executive creative directors currently are Verona and Kirsten Meyer, and my CCO is Neo Mashicho. And, before the promotion, they actually sat me down. They're like, look, we think you're ready to take the next step. Because I was like very scared. It's a huge jump in my career. And I was like, oh my gosh. And they're like, no, we feel like you're ready. And also the associate in creative director is really important because I think it's like the opening of becoming an amazing creative director. So
Sure.
um yeah, but I get a lot of support from my seniors. They really back me. I'm allowed to make mistakes. They're like, cool, whatever you need, just like come through, we'll guide you. So I've gotten a lot of they're embracing it, they mentoring me through it. So I've got a lot of support, which was very important for me as well. I didn't want to act like I know everything. I know I still
Yeah.
have a lot. But I took the opportunity, of course, because it's an amazing opportunity. And one thing that I've learned is talent beats tenure. So it's not actually about how long you've been in the industry. It's how much, like, how good you are. Like, are you killing those briefs? Do you work well with people? Do people trust you? Do you have some awards backing you? And if you just have those things, like, you can be successful. There's a lot of people who've been in the industry way longer than I have that haven't gotten to this level. So I really don't take it for granted. But yeah, I won't lie, the journey, it wasn't easy. I definitely had a lot of imposter syndrome, still have a lot of imposter syndrome. I want to be honest about that. But I've also learned that if you don't have imposter syndrome, there's something wrong with you. Thing. It means you care, it means you want to grow and be better. But yeah, so it's been about, I'd say, 9, 10 months in the position. So it's also very fresh for me. Um, but yeah, people have embraced it. You know, a lot of people, even some of the people who were on my level, they like shouting me out. Like it's almost like I have a lot of backing and support and people who are like rooting for me, which I think has been really helpful. Especially just such a huge jump in my career. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no, that
very exciting.
definitely sounds beautiful and exciting and just, all sorts of wonderful. It's great that you've got so much backing behind you and so much support because I think in these spaces as well, you'll find that, we don't actually get as much support or backing. So I love that you have like such a strong support structure behind you that's actually motivating you and encouraging you. And I mean, for you to be an associate creative director at the age of 29, one can only dream. I am dreaming. Um, but yeah, I think it's really inspiring and it inspires, the young listeners and young Black girls out there who are going to be listening to this to know and hear that, you know what, Zee Kabane could do it, they can also do it.
Yeah. And can
Yeah.
I just add, I think it is important because there aren't a lot of black women. Like I'll tell you, in my career, I've only ever had one black woman who was the creative director.
Whoa.
Um, so they are like we are very rare in the
Yeah.
industry. Like the industry still has a long way to go in terms of fully for me being like inclusive and representative of like the people in this country and gender inclusivity and everything like that.
Yeah.
We still go, but I also, it's not lost on me that like me getting a position like that now so early on in my career is a testament to how I feel like the industry is moving forward and like we're paving the way. And I have no doubt that like in the next years to come, there's going to be so many of us. And I think, yeah, I'm excited to like be part of the few that are starting to pave that way. Um, and you can sort of see a lot of other, Black women, getting better positions and moving up in their careers. So it's slow, but it's moving. So I'm very excited to also be part of that.
Yeah. No, as long as it's moving, I think movement is better than no movement at all. So I'm glad that, Black women are being integrated into these spaces now. It's so beautiful to see and so beautiful to watch. And like you said, you're a true testament to it. So I'm loving this. I'd just like to go back to something that she said that caught my attention. I don't know if I might be springing this on you, but do you think that when you went for your interview, all the way back then, 8 years ago, and you came up with that idea that you said your team won. Do you think that was kind of like a sign or kind of like a preview to you stepping into like an associate creative director almost? Do you
Ooh,
think it might have just been slightly, some kind
like
of
a
alignment? Mm.
I've never really thought about it like that. But honestly, possibly actually was because I'll tell you that experience. So we were obviously divided into groups, and mind you, I have no clue what advertising is, like what an insight is. Like I don't ha like my brain isn't wired to think that way. I'm like
Yeah.
journalism, media, like that's where my whole, like that's been my career path. Um, and I'm in this room, and there's about five of us, and everyone else has studied advertising. They know the industry. And we're having to brainstorm and like be this team. And it's quite intimidating. But I just remember, even within that space and in the group, I did find myself almost being a bit of a leader in the group. Like people were like leaning on me for like, oh, what about this? What do you think about this? And I was like, oh my gosh, people like think that I'm gonna know all the answers. Um, but I suppose, and even like when I said, like, guys, I think we should do this, and everyone was like, oh my God, yes, yes, yes. And I was like, okay, this feels like it can, like I can do this. Yeah, I think the point I'm trying to make is even within that little space of that group of us, I could feel that like I do have good leadership skills. And I also am working well with these people that I don't know, but also that I do have something to offer. And then it kind of also gave me the confidence, like when I got the job as an intern, I was like, okay, you didn't think you had anything, and then it turns out you did, so maybe you do have something. And also just, I guess that's been a thing for me throughout my career is even when I feel like maybe I'm not sure or it's intimidating, like I just have the belief that like, okay, even if you don't think you do, you probably do have something to offer. So also just speak up and say your piece and you never know. And then yeah, my career has been amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're
No,
right.
that's it's wonderful.
Pivotal,
So it's a full circle moment almost.
definitely for sure.
Okay, so let's hop into the exciting things. Not that, everything else that we haven't spoken about was not exciting. Disclaimer there. Um,
Exciting.
let's
Exciting.
let's jump into cans, you know. Um, Obviously, for those who don't know, Open Chair is a community for women in the advertising industry. And that's how UZ landed the opportunity to travel to Cannes out of, can I just mention, nearly 100 submissions. You, Zee Kabane, were selected for the Young Lions Pass. Tell me about what motivated you to apply and also just fill us in into what is the Young Lions Pass?
Cool. So, maybe let me start with what the Young Lions Pass is. So as you mentioned, there's an organization called Open Chair. I'm actually wearing an Open Chair shirt, if you can
Oh,
see.
cute.
Painting my lionesses, always. Um, but so cool, Open Chair, it's an organization founded by Suhana Gordon. She is an icon, a legend. She is the moment. She's an amazing creative in the industry. So she founded it, and there's like a board of other women who've kind of invested in this project called Open Chair. It's quite a few amazing women within the industry. Um, and the whole point is it's quite clear that there's a lack of woman representation. In fact, the open chair kind of represents that gap that exists around the table. So they've really done a lot in terms of like pushing women within the industry, giving us opportunities, giving us a voice, a place where we can, come together with other women. There've been mentorship programs, and that kind of thing. So it's really been a great organization in terms of pushing women empowerment. Um, And then they got 12 passes. And so they invited all the women in the industry to apply. And all you had to do was submit a video and a motivation from your CCO, and you stood a chance to get a pass to Cannes. So honestly, what motivated me to apply was, I think, first of all, I've always been someone who, like, I'm a firm believer in shooting my shot. There is not a opportunity or a thing that is out there where I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'll always apply, because I always figure the worst that can happen is you don't get it and then you're right back where you started. So yeah, like you almost lose nothing by just showing up. One of my favorite quotes is 70% of success is showing up. So that's been a huge driving force for me throughout my career. Any opportunity, I'll apply. There are so many things that I don't get, by the way. Like I can tell you for free, there's so many things that I've not, like opportunities that I haven't gotten. But just like I always do it, it's just the way I am. So as soon as I saw the opportunity, I was like, oh my God, I have to do it. Like it was a no-brainer, an absolute no-brainer. I also had the privilege of having Suhana mentor me a few years ago through an organization called She Says. So they basically partner women with basically seasoned woman with like young up and coming woman. So she was partnered with me a few years ago and she was my mentor. So she's also been someone throughout my career who I can sort of lean on as like a
Mm.
mentor, and I'm always been supportive of open chair. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, no brainer, have to apply, have to do it. It's such a huge opportunity. And all they want is like a video and a motivational letter. Like you don't even have to show them your portfolio or like sell. It's not even about the work you've done because that's often your currency in advertising. It's like, what have you done? What have you won? Da, 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 da. But with that, it was just you. They just wanted to know who you were and motivate why you should go. So I thought this is an amazing opportunity. And yeah, it was a no-brainer. So I applied. Um, and I also applied not thinking I'd get it. I always feel that way. I'm like, I'm applying, but I don't think I'm gonna get this. And then I did. And then I was like, whew, yeah,
Sure.
unreal,
Yeah.
unreal.
Or your passport's ready by that time. Was your passport, visa, all of those things?
I will say my passport was ready, because I am someone who enjoys traveling and I try to travel as much as I can, when I've saved up enough. So my passport was ready, but my visas and stuff weren't. So it was like scramble to get all of that stuff done. But yeah, that's like nothing compared to what the experience was. It's like,
Definitely. Definitely. Now, I'd like to jump into what was like your biggest pinch me moment or takeaway from the Cannes experience, Well, except Issa Rae, of course.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
jealous.
Issa Rae. And honestly speaking, that was a huge pinch me moment, I have to say. Um, okay, I think a pinch me, another, the whole of Cannes pinch me, just FYI. It's so difficult to pick one. The whole experience just feels unreal. But I will say, Shonda Rhimes had a talk at Cannes. And as someone who grew up like I studied film and media production and my major was broadcast journalism, but like I have a very deep love for film and for television. And I remember even as like a student, I wrote a blog post and the title was like, Thank you, Shonda Rhimes, because it was the era of like How to Get Away with Murder. And she was just writing these black characters that were like never seen before on television. And everything she's done for black women and in terms of telling our stories and unpacking who we are. It's just like she's an icon, she's a legend. And so a pinch me was being able to attend a talk where she was there and she was talking about her journey and talking about storytelling and just the power of storytelling, the power of saying yes, but also the power of being an observer in life. Like she went really deep talking about her personal life and how she grew up as a quiet person, and then it helped her become this observer of people, which then helps her write these really rich characters. But yeah, a pinch me
Sure.
was definitely getting to hear and learn from Shonda Rhimes. I was like, my brain couldn't compute because that's an absolute dream to learn from Shonda Rhimes. She's like my hero. So that was another
Wow.
pinch. Yeah.
Wow. And I'd just like to say, I think you said that you attended the talk by Shonda Rhimes. What did the rest of like the Cannes Festival look like? What were some of the, I don't know, activities or things to
Okay.
do, you know?
Got you. I think, yeah, a lot of people don't realize just how massive it is. I'll say for myself, I always thought it was just like the awards and then like maybe a couple talks and pop-ups here and there, but it is huge. Like the whole city, is it a city? The city of Cannes is like just taken over by this festival. It's a massive, massive experience. Everything happens at a place called the Palais, which if you can imagine, like just this building. It's like got like massive auditoriums inside it, and it's all on the like coastline, and there's just like yachts everywhere. And then there's like a strip where you can walk, and there's just like beach parties, but it's like YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, it just goes on and on. Pinterest. So all these big brands have popped up everywhere. Um, I will say there's a part of Cannes that can be a little bit overwhelming because there's so many amazing things happening, and you constantly feel like, but if I do this, then I'm going to miss this person. And you very much have to go like, okay, cool. These are the definite things that I want to do. So for example, every single day, the schedule will start at around 8:30 in the morning, and there'll be talks from the most iconic people in the industry, not just in advertising, but in the creative industry. That's why I've mentioned the likes of Shonda Rhimes and
Yes.
Serena Williams was there giving a talk. Um, Amelia from Chicken Shop Date was giving a talk. Um, the creative director of Balmain, Olivier Rousting, was giving a talk. So there's just so many amazing people every single day, people in the industry, people just in the creative world. So there's a lot of talks that happen. And then there's also, so the talks range from like motivational kind of talks, where it's like panel sit downs and they discuss things and you just leave there very inspired. Then there's also what's called like inside the jury, where you can hear from people who were judging the work, like what they thought was working, what they thought wasn't working. And you almost get like a very in-depth insider view of like what it takes to create award-winning work. Um, and all of this happens while there's these massive brand pop-ups all around, like Facebook, like Meta's everywhere, Canva, and you just there's and they have these massive experiential things. Like yeah, it's quite huge. I hope I'm doing it justice. It's so difficult to encapsulate everything, but if you can just imagine an entire beautiful town is like taken over by brands and the most creative people, and then at night there's these massive parties and celebrities like Cardi B are performing. It's like huge, crazy, huge, epic stuff. But yeah, you get to learn a lot because you're hearing from the best of the best. You get to experience, you meet people from all around the world. And then also, there's the awards, the Cannes Lions Awards every single night. So it's like this day jam-packed, and then at night you get to see the people who are actually winning the awards and the work that they've created. And one thing I also wanted to mention is there's at the Palais, there's a basement, and the basement has all the work that has been submitted and that has won. And so you can literally walk through and you can see all the out of home, you can see all the print, you can watch the films, you can listen to the radio. The design pieces, there's an entire room where you can actually feel the pieces of work and touch them and interact with them. So it's just this immersive experience of the work. And like you'll just spend hours and hours like going through everything and just seeing the kind of work that's winning, and the level of creativity is just, yeah, insane.
Sure. I'm getting goosebumps because I was able to see some content from LinkedIn of what the Cannes Festival looked like, and you just explaining it and giving us that insight, Tiana. I'm getting goosebumps. I feel like I was walking the streets of Cannes with you.
Oh, and you will walk, by the way. You will walk. But yeah, it was amazing. I still, every time I talk about it, I still don't feel like I'm doing it justice. That's how amazing, and it's almost difficult to put in words, how amazing it is, but I'm trying my best.
No, I think you've done a very good job of doing that. I mean, I'm already thinking, what's gonna be next now? How do I get into open chair? How do I, how do I get those steps and like try and get as close as possible to that place? Maybe if you could share, is there a way of joining the open chair? Is it like uh you join for free, or is there like a membership fee?
No, there's no membership fee. I think the way that OpenChair works is you obviously can follow OpenChair on the socials and just keep an eye on the type of activations and initiatives that they do. And I think the way that people can support is to join those initiatives. So, for example, every year, what they'll do is at the Luries, in Cape Town, there's the wheel.
Hmm.
So it's such a cool experience. It's actually a mentorship that happens on the wheel. So you apply, like you just sign up, and then you get to be partnered up with some of the most amazing women in the industry. And as the wheel kind of goes, you can chat to them, have conversations. What helps is it also creates quite a nice safe space because I think a lot of the issues that women face, it's not necessarily stuff that's easy to talk about, also. We deal with things like harassment, we deal with discrimination. So being able to have that intimate space where you can actually say, like, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. How did you overcome this? Or, like, I'm really struggling to find my voice as a woman in the room. Like, how can I feel more brave. So those kind of intimate conversations are allowed to happen because it's in this like enclosed space. But while all of this is happening, you get to see the whole of Cape Town, and it's an incredible view, and it's such a fulfilling experience. So keep an eye out for that. It should be happening again this year at the Luries.
Yeah.
And those are the ways that people can support. I know OpenChair is always looking for brands to collaborate so that we can just get funding for more initiatives and that kind of thing. But it's very much, you don't have to pay to be a member. Just follow OpenChair on the socials, keep an eye out, and also reach out if you have ideas or if you would like to connect. I think it's OpenChair is also very open, pun intended. Um, and it is a growing organization, so there's so much more that's still going to happen. And I think, yeah, OpenShare is always open to collaborating with people. So it's for every kind of woman in advertising. But yeah, just follow the socials and keep an eye out and just support where you can. And that's enough in terms of being a member, I feel.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Easy enough, simple enough. Now, this brings us to the end of our chat. I'm so sad, but it's one more question for you. Quick fire, if I'd like to say. Quick
Yes.
fire, one word to describe Can, a creative you admire, and your advice to young women trying to break into the industry. It's a mouthful, I'm sorry, but if you need me to
Okay.
repeat, I'll repeat. One word to describe Can.
Okay. Can I give it to you now?
Yeah,
Life changing. And it's got a hyphen, so it's one word. Life changing.
love. Okay. A creative you admire.
So many, but Suhana Gordon.
Okay. And
Oh,
your advice to young women trying to break into the industry.
You can, even if it feels like you can't, you can. Um, don't try change or be different. Uh, Authenticity is one of the most valuable assets I feel in the industry. So stay true to yourself. People can feel it, people embrace it. It's how you can be felt is when you're true to yourself. Um, like I said, people's journeys are different. Don't compare. Focus on the things that you want, focus on your own personal journey. Um, don't be terrible to people. Advertising is big on recommendations and word of mouth. So try be kind and open-minded and embrace people. You don't have to be best friends with everyone, but just don't be a beep. And you'll go very far. Don't burn bridges. And have fun, enjoy it. That's like my big thing is I want everyone in advertising to have fun again because I
Yeah.
feel like that's the kind of work that wins. It makes people happy. It's it's the biggest like secret ingredients to everything is like having a lot of fun. And if you enjoy it, I think you want to do it, and so you can make it.
Ah, that's beautiful. So beautiful. Lee, I don't think this is the last time that I will be speaking or chatting to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you grow more into this industry and seeing just what you're going to do. You know, I feel like you're a good one to watch. So I'm excited to see, man. I'm excited.
Thank you so much. And thank you for creating such an amazing platform where we can share our voices and, say the things that we want to talk about. Like, I really appreciate it. It's so lovely to have these. And yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, sending you love too. Oh, this has been great. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Adventures podcast. I hope you enjoyed our journey through the world of communications and advertising. If you found this episode informative and entertaining, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us improve and reach more listeners just like you. Don't forget to follow us on social media at ACA South Africa and visit our website www.acasa.co.za for updates and behind-the-scenes content. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world of communications and advertising.